Chapter 81 Mai Wen's Invitation. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at Ji Wuchang's back as he walked down the mountain, Meng Kaihong breathed a sigh of relief, and Kursun died at the hands of Ji Wuchang. For Meng Kaihong, she would always feel a little disappointed. After all, they were all her disciples. Asking Ji Wuchang to go to the Meng family was also a way for Meng Kaihong to avoid seeing each other less and avoid embarrassment. Ji Wuchang naturally didn't know the reason. All he was thinking about at the moment was the eyeball of the fiery dragon mentioned by his master. If he could really get this thing, he would only lack the spiritual objects of earth and gold attributes. In fact, even if Meng Kaihong didn't send Ji Wuchang out, Ji Wuchang was ready to leave Changshengmen for a while. In Ji Wuchang's memory, Changshengmen didn't have spiritual objects of earth, gold, and fire attributes. At this time, Ji Wuchang thought of a place, the Celebrity Auction House. The background of the Celebrity Auction House is not small. It is similar to a chain auction house, and they have branches everywhere. The last time Ji Wuchang went to my city, he got a great opportunity from there. Now, the secret map designed by Ji Wuchang to frame Xiao Fan is still lying in Xiao Fan's storage ring. However, Ji Wuchang was a little afraid to go to the Celebrity Auction House, because he had let down the eldest lady of the Celebrity Auction House in his previous life. When he thought of that silly girl, Ji Wuchang felt that he was too sorry for her. In the end, the other party disappeared without a trace and died outside in order to pick the medicine that could completely heal the tendons and veins for Ji Wuchang. In fact, the medicinal materials needed for general tendon and vein injuries are available at the Celebrity Auction House. But when Ji Wuchang met the other party, his cultivation was already at the 6th level of the Purple Mansion realm. The injury to the meridians has been delayed for nearly 200 years and has long been deeply rooted. It is not easy to completely heal it. Ji Wuchang stepped on the flying sword and flew towards Shu Jiucheng. Shu Jiucheng is far away from Changshengmen, more than 10,000 miles away. Even if Ji Wuchang flies on a sword and travels thousands of miles every day, it will take more than half a month. Meng Kaihong did not set a time limit for Ji Wuchang, so Ji Wuchang was not in a hurry. 5 days later, Ji Wuchang arrived at Tiantong City. He felt quite tired after many days of traveling, so he decided to go into the city to rest for a night. In Buyuan province, there are 4 major forces. In addition to Changshengmen and Dedeo Pavilion, there are Luyun sect and Qingke sect. Among the 4 major sects, Changshengmen and Dedeo Pavilion have a good relationship, and Luyun sect and Qingke sect are on good terms, which barely maintains the balance of power. Tiantong City is no longer under the jurisdiction of Changshengmen, but belongs to Luyun sect. Ji Wuchang walked into Tiantong City. He was not unfamiliar with this city. He had been there many times before. Ji Wuchang did not stop at all and went straight to the Celebrity Auction House. Some things still had to be entrusted to the auction house. The Celebrity Auction House in Tiantong City is much larger than that in my city, and its scale is at least twice as large. Tiantong City is a city where Luyun sect's foundation building cultivators are stationed, which shows the importance of this city. As soon as Ji Wuchang entered the auction house, someone came up to him. "Dear guest, are you going to auction something or buy something?" An old man smiled and spoke politely, but he exuded a 6th level pressure from the foundation building realm. Ji Wuchang was not polite and said directly, "Boss, I need innate spiritual objects of gold and earth elements. Do you have any in your auction house?" The old man was stunned when he heard this, and then frowned slightly. "I'm sorry, my friend, our auction house can't take out such things at the moment. I don't know how to contact you. If you are sure you want it, I will notify you later when I have it. How about that?" When Ji Wuchang heard this, he couldn't help showing a trace of disappointment on his face, and then smiled and said, "Shopkeeper, how do you think about this? I will return to Tiantong City in a month. If you have such things, please keep them for me, okay?" The shopkeeper thought for a moment, then smiled and said, "My friend, this is not in line with the rules of my auction house. Innate spiritual objects are scarce, and once you have them, you can't keep them. But my friend is lucky. In a month, we will hold an auction here. If there are good things, we will definitely take them all out. However, my friend, why don't you spend 10 low-grade spiritual stones to buy an admission quota, and then come to the auction site yourself? But when Ji Wuchang heard this, he couldn't help but feel moved. This method seems not bad. Ji Wuchang readily took out 10 low-grade spirit stones and gave them to the shopkeeper, from whom he received an invitation letter. After finishing this matter, Ji Wuchang left the celebrity auction house directly and walked away. My friend, please wait a moment. At this moment, an old man's voice sounded behind Ji Wuchang. Ji Wuchang was slightly stunned and stopped. He had an impression of this old man. When he was talking to the shopkeeper at the celebrity auction house just now, this person was not far away. Senior, is there anything? Ji Wuchang felt the other party's fourth-level foundation building cultivation, and couldn't help but ask calmly. The old man smiled slightly and walked not far from Ji Wuchang. The old man smiled and said, "My friend, I am Mai Wen. You can call me Mai Daoyu." Ji Wuchang nodded, and then said calmly, "Mai Daoyu, my last name is Ji. I wonder if you want to call me here for something?" Mai Wen smiled slightly and said, "Ji Daoyu, I just heard from Ming Lu that you need innate spiritual objects with gold and earth attributes. It just so happens that we, the casual cultivators, are going to hold a private trade fair tonight. As far as I know, someone has an innate spiritual object with earth attribute. If you are interested, you can come tonight. Maybe you can really get something." But when Ji Wuchang heard this, he was stunned. There is such a good thing, but he couldn't help but have a trace of suspicion in his eyes. "Fellow Taoist Mai, you and I are not related, why do you tell me this?" But when Mai Wen heard this, he couldn't help but smile slightly, and then said, "Fellow Taoist Ji, don't worry, I have no ill will towards you. We casual cultivators have an unwritten rule. If anyone can invite one more person to participate in this private trade fair, he can get 10 low-grade spiritual stones from the organizer at the end of the fair. Of course, the newcomer must be reliable, otherwise he will be held responsible if something goes wrong. I think fellow Taoist Ji is not an ordinary person, so I dare to speak up, otherwise I won't find trouble for myself." That when Ji Wuchang heard Mai Wen say this, he thought of some things in his previous life. There are indeed some special rules among casual cultivators, which make sense. Moreover, Ji Wuchang was not afraid that Mai Wen would come after him. If he dared to do so, he would not mind giving him a ride. "Thank you, brother Mai. I don't know where you are tonight, but I will definitely come on time." Mai Wen was very happy to hear Ji Wuchang say this, and quickly told Ji Wuchang an address, and also asked Ji Wuchang to do something. "Brother Ji, when you arrive later, just inform me of my name. And brother Ji, it's better to disguise yourself before coming." Ji Wuchang nodded when he heard this, and then said goodbye to Mai Wen and left. Chapter 82 Private Trade Fair. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At number 1888 Shanghai Street, a man wearing a bamboo hat came here. The two strong men standing at the door immediately blocked the way when they saw the newcomer. Both of these strong men have the 9th level of qi refining. "My last name is Ji, and I was introduced by Taoist fellow Mai Wen." Ji Wuchang spoke hoarsely, and the black scarf on his bamboo hat drooped, making it difficult to see his expression. When the two strong men heard this, they could not help but make way for Ji Wuchang to push the door in. After pushing the door in, it was the front yard. After walking a few dozen steps along the road, they came to a hall. This hall was very large, at least hundreds of square meters. When Ji Wuchang arrived, more than 20 people had already arrived. Almost everyone, like Ji Wuchang, wore a bamboo hat on their heads, and their true appearance could not be seen. When Ji Wuchang arrived, naturally many people looked over, but after just a glance, they all turned their heads away. Ji Wuchang took a look and saw that there was a small table in front of everyone. He instantly understood that this was used to place things. Ji Wuchang found an empty chair and sat down, then he didn't say anything and waited quietly. Soon, more people came one after another. After a stick of incense, a total of more than 40 chairs were full. At this moment, an old man walked in slowly from outside. He didn't wear a hat on his face, and his appearance was clearly displayed in front of everyone. Ji Wuchang took a look and was very surprised. This old man was actually a cultivator of the first level of the Purple Mansion realm. Everyone, I am Xiang Daoming, the host of this private trade fair. According to the rules, everyone will give me 10 low-grade spirit stones. That the old man stood in the middle and spoke calmly. As soon as the old man finished speaking, people around him took out spirit stones and waved their hands to send them to the old man. Wuchang saw that everyone gave it, knowing that this was an unwritten rule, and he also waved his hand and threw out 10 low-grade spirit stones. Wuchang calculated that 41 people came, which meant that 410 low-grade spirit stones were accounted for. This business is really good. At this moment, Wuchang thought that Mai Wen pulled him in, perhaps for the 10 low-grade spirit stones. Xiang Daoming put away the spirit stones, and his smile grew. Everyone, because there are people coming here for the first time, I will tell you the rules of the private trade fair again. First, forced buying and selling is not allowed, everything is voluntary. Second, private ambush is not allowed. If you really want to do it, please leave Tiantong City first. Third, for each transaction, I need to charge 4 low-grade spirit stones, 2 for each buyer and seller. These are the 3 rules. Everyone can take out the things you want to trade. Everyone heard Xiang Daoming's words, and no one said much, and then began to put their things. Wuchang's heart moved, and he directly took out several treasures and magic tools he got from the secret realm. After thinking about it, he took out 2 second-grade pills. Wuchang glanced around and nodded secretly. Many people wrote down what they needed at their desks. Looking for a foundation-building pill, you can choose any item on the table, or you can negotiate the price privately. Looking for a low-grade spiritual weapon, you can choose any 2 items on the table, or you can negotiate privately. Looking for a centipede that is 100 years old, pay with spiritual stones, or you can choose items on the table. Looking for a 3rd-grade anti-aging pill, the price is negotiated privately. In front of each table, on a small sign, someone wrote down what they needed, and Wuchang naturally did the same. Looking for 2 innate spiritual objects with earth and gold attributes, the price can be negotiated privately. After Wuchang did all this, he left his seat and began to look around. The rest of the people did the same as Wuchang. They left their seats one after another and wandered around the venue. This is also a special way for casual cultivators to trade privately, and the organizer needs to protect the safety of everyone. Wuchang looked at the tables of several people in succession, and there was nothing he needed. At this time, they came to a table with a message on it, looking for 2 3rd-grade Peiyuan pills. You can take the items on the table. Behind the table, there was a man sitting. He did not stand up, just sitting there quietly. Wuchang took a look at the things on the man's table and was slightly stunned. A broken knife, a broken clay pot, a black ball-shaped object, and a broken map. Wuchang, exchange the 3rd black ball-shaped object for me, it will be useful to me. Ji Yaoyao's voice sounded in Wuchang's ears, and there was a hint of urgency in her voice. Wuchang was slightly stunned, then looked at the man sitting there quietly, pointing to the black ball-shaped object and the map. 3 3rd-grade Peiyuan pills, I want these 2 things. Wuchang naturally sent a message to the man, which was also a way of private trading. The man heard Wuchang's words and looked up at Wuchang. Although there were 2 layers of black gauze between them, Wuchang still felt that the man's eyes gave him a strong sense of pressure. The man waved his hand, and the 2 things on the table went straight to Wuchang, which meant he agreed to the deal. Wuchang didn't waste any words and threw out a porcelain bottle, which was caught by the man. The man opened the porcelain bottle and took a look, and was very satisfied, then nodded to Wuchang. Wuchang put away the 2 things in front of him, but the black ball-shaped thing was taken away by Ji Yaoyao as soon as it entered Wuchang's hand. Wuchang continued to move forward, but after a circle, Wuchang was disappointed. There was nothing he needed, but fortunately, it was not without gain. At least Ji Yaoyao got what she needed. Although Wuchang didn't know what that thing was, Ji Yaoyao could see it, so it must not be bad. And he got the incomplete map, which seemed to be a quarter. His intuition told him that this thing would be useful in the future. Seeing Xiang Daoming approaching, Ji Wuchang took out 2 low-grade spirit stones and handed them to the other party. Xiang Daoming nodded, put away the spirit stones and left directly. Ji Wuchang also closed 3 orders later. Others took a fancy to the magic tools he displayed, but Ji Wuchang didn't need their things, so he finally converted them all into spirit stones. Ji Wuchang gave Xiang Daoming 6 low-grade spirit stones. Half an hour later, the trade fair was basically over, and everyone returned to their seats. Ji Wuchang felt that he was deceived by Mai Wen. There were no innate spiritual objects with gold and earth attributes. Seeing that everyone was packing up the things on the table, Ji Wuchang also started to pack up. Just then, a man wearing a bamboo hat came to Ji Wuchang and sent a message to him. If you really want the innate spiritual object of earth attribute, you can follow me later. Ji Wuchang was slightly stunned when he heard it, but he nodded quickly. He also had 2 6th-grade teleportation talismans that could teleport thousands of miles in an instant, so he was not afraid. Besides, Ji Yaoyao was here, and if he was really in danger, she would definitely not stand idly by. Chapter 84 Instant Kill. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the forest, Ji Wuchang was flying on a sword. He had been away from Tiantong City for an hour. You followed me all the way, come out. Ji Wuchang looked at the back calmly, his eyes were unusually cold. Ji Xiaoyu has a keen sense of perception. He can actually sense us. A loud laugh came, and then 2 figures appeared. They looked at Ji Wuchang with a smile, but greed flashed in their eyes. One of these 2 people was Xiang Daoming, the host of the private trade fair last night. The other one was Mai Wen. Ji Wuchang was not surprised at all. Ji Yaoyao reminded him last night that someone was following him. As soon as he walked out of Tiantong City today, Ji Yaoyao reminded him again. Ji Wuchang originally thought that the 2 would jump out soon, but he didn't expect that. He still underestimated their forbearance and followed them for an hour. Xiang Daoyu, my Daoyu, you followed me all the way, what do you want to do? Ji Wuchang looked unusually calm, without a trace of panic. Xiang Daoming and Mai Wen looked at each other, and Mai Wen smiled and said, fellow Taoist Ji, my brother and I are short of money, and we want to borrow some spiritual stones from you. Also, the earth spiritual bead you gave to you yesterday is also very useful to us, so please lend it to us. After Mai Wen finished speaking, he smiled as if he was talking about the most ordinary thing. Ji Wuchang sneered in his heart. It seems that Mai Wen had set his sights on him at the celebrity auction house yesterday. Fellow Taoist Mai, you swore to the heavenly Tao yesterday, aren't you afraid that the oath to the heavenly Tao will come true? Mai Wen couldn't help laughing when he heard Ji Wuchang's words. After a moment, Mai Wen said jokingly, fellow Taoist Ji, what I said yesterday was true, I didn't lie to you. As for today's events, what does it have to do with yesterday? Fellow Taoist Ji is young and has a promising future. Spiritual stones are just external things. My brother and I have always been honest in doing things. As long as fellow Taoist Ji hands over the storage ring, you can leave immediately. We will never make things difficult for you. After Mai Wen finished speaking, he looked very proud. How could he miss such a fat fish? Xiang Daoming didn't take Ji Wuchang seriously. How could a little guy in the qi refining realm turn the world upside down? Ji Wuchang's eyes gradually turned cold. He really thought he was a soft persimmon that you could control at will. Fellow Taoist Xiang, fellow Taoist Mai, do you really think I came out alone? I believe you must recognize this sign and know where I came from. Ji Wuchang spoke calmly, and with a wave of his hand, a sign of a direct disciple of the Chongqing sect appeared in his hand. After hearing Ji Wuchang's words, Xiang Daoming and Mai Wen's faces changed slightly, and then when they saw the sign in Ji Wuchang's hand, their faces changed drastically. The direct disciple of Chongqing sect. After Mai Wen finished speaking, his voice trembled slightly, and then he looked at Xiang Daoming. Although their strength is okay, if compared with a large sect like Chongqing sect, it is not enough. Not to mention those elders, even the top disciples of Chongqing sect can kill them. Moreover, such a large sect is the most protective. If a disciple dies outside, it will definitely be investigated, and it will be a strict investigation. Once it is found out, it will be killed. This is almost the unified practice of all large sects to deter those casual cultivators. After all, there will be many disciples in large sects who are training outside. If there is no deterrence, the consequences will be disastrous. Xiang Daoming also frowned. They just think that Ji Wuchang is a big fat sheep, so they will keep a close eye on him. Master, you are here. Ji Wuchang's eyes stared straight at Xiang Daoming and Mai Wen. The two were shocked and turned their heads quickly, but there was nothing behind them. They knew they had been fooled, but at this time, Ji Wuchang had already moved. Hundredfold sublimation instant killing technique. Wind and thunder Taishu step. Ji Wuchang did not hesitate at all and directly activated the strongest killing move. This time, he gritted his teeth and directly increased it by 20 times. In his body, he instantly possessed an extremely terrifying power. This power was so strong that it caused waves of tingling in his meridians. Under Ji Wuchang's feet, the sound of wind and thunder sounded, and he disappeared instantly. When he appeared again, he had come to Xiang Daoming, and the long sword in his hand slashed across Xiang Daoming's neck like a ghost. When Xiang Daoming found out that he had been fooled, he felt something was wrong. Then a sense of life and death crisis rose from his heart, and the hair on his body stood up. He quickly retreated, but instantly felt a sharp pain in his neck. He saw his headless body retreating madly, and blood gushed out from the broken neck. Am I going to die? Xiang Daoming's eyes showed endless fear, and he regretted it at this moment. It took him 100 years to finally enter the Purple Mansion realm, but today, he died at the hands of a person in the Qi refining realm. Ji Wuchang looked indifferent, and the pain in his meridians made his eyes even colder. Looking at Mai Wen, who looked dazed, Ji Wuchang did not hesitate at all, and his feet were like lightning. The long sword passed, and another huge head flew into the air. It took less than a breath to kill two people in a row, but after Ji Wuchang stopped, he couldn't help but gasp, and the power retreated from his body like a tide. Everything just now was within his calculations. He first showed the token of the direct disciple of Changshenmen to disrupt their minds. He called them master to get their eyes off him, and then activated the fastest and strongest secret method to kill instantly. Not to mention, the hundredfold sublimation instant killing technique and the wind and thunder Taishu step are simply a perfect match, the ultimate combination of strength and speed. Ji Wuchang had activated the hundredfold sublimation instant killing technique many times before, but he only increased it tenfold. This time he activated it 20-fold, naturally because of Xiang Daoming. Xiang Daoming had just entered the first level of the Purple Mansion realm, and 10 times the power was far from enough to deal with him, so he activated it 20-fold. Feeling the tingling pain coming from the meridians, Ji Wuchang shook his head and smiled bitterly. He checked it once and found that there was no big problem, so he was relieved. Ji Wuchang put away the storage rings of the two people, and then his soul unfolded, breaking the restrictions in the souls of the two people. Mai Wen's storage ring was relatively poor, but the things he gave to the other party yesterday were all in it. In addition to hundreds of low-grade spirit stones, Ji Wuchang poured out all the other useless things of Mai Wen and threw them aside. Then Ji Wuchang looked at Xiang Daoming's storage ring, and his eyes lit up instantly. This guy is much richer than Mai Wen, with more than 20,000 low-grade spirit stones and more than 500 medium-grade spirit stones. There are 5 third-grade pills, more than 10 second-grade pills, and hundreds of first-grade pills. In addition, there is a low-grade spirit weapon in the storage ring, but it is a knife. Ji Wuchang was used to using a sword in his previous life, so after taking a look, he directly put it into the system space. Hey, what is this? Chapter 85 Arrival. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ji Wuchang frowned as he looked at a dark object in his hand. This object was placed in the deepest part of the storage ring by Xiang Daoming and was also placed in an exquisite box, but Ji Wuchang looked at it for a long time and couldn't tell what it was. Yao Yao, do you recognize this thing? This thing is called Black Nether Stone. It is very useful for people who practice dark attribute skills. But it is useless to you. Ji Yao Yao's words rang in Ji Wuchang's ears, making Ji Wuchang nod and put it away. Ji Wuchang flicked his finger, and a fireball appeared, burning the two people clean, and then his body shook and left. 10 days later, Ji Wuchang had arrived at the gate of Suzhou City. This is also Ji Wuchang's destination. System, sign in, ding. Sign in successfully at the west gate of Suzhou City, reward 3 years of cultivation. Luck value +3. Feeling the huge power that suddenly surged out of his body, Ji Wuchang almost burst into tears. In the past few days, when I signed in outside, I got +1 luck value without exception. After 10 days, I got more than 10 luck values. This time, I finally cultivated. Ji Wuchang hurriedly operated the purple chi burning heaven art to guide the spiritual power in his body. Part of it entered the dantian to replenish the consumption of the journey, the other part was introduced into the limbs and bones to continue to temper the body. The gate of Suzhou City is much higher than that of my city, and the population is more dense. Ji Wuchang stepped into the bustling crowd. In the hall of the Meng family in Suzhou City, everyone's faces are full of deep worry at this moment. Suzhou City has 3 major families, namely the Meng family, the Cui family, and the Zhou family. The 3 major families have strong people in the foundation building realm. Among them, the current head of the Meng family, that is, Mr. Meng, has the highest cultivation, the 6th level of the foundation building realm. The heads of the Cui family and the Zhou family are both at the 5th level of the foundation building realm. In previous years, the 3 families got along quite well. Although friction is inevitable, the triangle is the most stable. But not long ago, the Cui family and the Zhou family announced a news at the same time that Cui Luochen, the young master of the Cui family, was going to be engaged to Zhou Jini, the eldest daughter of the Zhou family. As soon as this news came out, the atmosphere of the entire Suzhou was different. The marriage between the Cui and Zhou families is not just a marriage, but also represents the union of the 2 families. Moreover, this Cui Luochen has extraordinary qualifications. Now he has become a disciple of an elder of the Qingke sect and has become a direct disciple. Just a few days ago, Cui Luochen returned. The first level of the foundation building realm, opened up 5 Taoist platforms, and was highly valued in the Qingke sect. As a result, the Meng family was embarrassed. Not long ago, the Cui family proposed to hold a competition for young children in Suzhou, which was recognized by the Zhou family. This is not a competition. It is a battle for Cui Luochen to become famous, and it is necessary to thoroughly establish the status of the Cui family in Suzhou. Many families that rely on the 2 families also expressed their agreement, and the Meng family was not allowed to express their opinions in the end. However, among the younger generation of the Meng family, the highest level of cultivation is only the 8th level of qi refining, and it is impossible for them to be Cui Luochen's opponent. If it were just that, Zhou Jini of the Zhou family is also extraordinary. He joined the Luyun sect and is now at the 9th level of qi refining. The matter is far more complicated than that. The Lu family, which is affiliated with the Cui family, also has a master. This person is called Lu Muchuan. He joined the Qingke sect at the same time as Cui Luochen, and now he is also at the 9th level of qi refining. If there is no external aid in this competition, the Meng family will be defeated, and the best result is to get the 4th place. If this is true, the reputation of the Meng family for hundreds of years will be ruined, and the consequences will be disastrous. In desperation, Meng Nian, the head of the Meng family, could only crush the jade slip of the ancestor Meng Kaihong and ask Meng Kaihong for help. They knew very well that the ancestor would definitely not come, but they should arrange 1 or 2 disciples to come and see. That's enough. Master, the Cui family is too much. They actually asked each of us to take out a mine as a reward for the 1st place. Isn't this bullying? That the speaker was Meng Yunxian, the elder of the Meng family, whose cultivation level was the 4th level of the foundation building realm. Yes, father, we must not agree to this condition of the Cui family. After all, a mine accounts for almost 1/3 of our Meng family's income. Meng Yuqing spoke with a face full of anger. Meng Yuqing is Meng Nian's eldest son. He is also a 4th level cultivator in the foundation building realm. He has been determined to be the successor of the next head of the Meng family. Afterwards, several elders of the Meng family spoke up, and each of them held an opposing opinion. from this, it can be seen that no one in the entire Meng family is optimistic about this competition. They all think that the Meng family will definitely lose. Meng Yan looked at the people of the Meng family below calmly, with a flash of disappointment in his eyes. The people of the Meng family have lived too comfortably in recent years, and the children of the Meng family are even more arrogant and extravagant. There are very few people who really practice with their heart. In Meng Yan's opinion, this is more terrible than losing a mine, because if this continues, the family will sooner or later go to extinction. If the Chui family and the Zhou family did not know that there was still an elder in the Changxing Gate, the Meng family would have been destroyed by them, but now the Chui family has the Qinke sect behind them, and the Zhou family has the Luyun sect behind them. Although they are not as powerful as an elder, they are no longer afraid of the Meng family. Although they cannot destroy the Meng family directly, they can gradually suppress and erode them. This competition is actually just a test. If someone from the Changxing Gate comes to support the Meng family, the two families will be more restrained. At this time, a woman walked in slowly, with a pair of extremely bright eyes and the cultivation of the 8th level of qi refining. She is Meng Yucheng's daughter Meng Zi, who has reached the 8th level of qi refining. Grandfather, I will not lose to Zhou Genie. Meng Zi's eyes showed a hint of stubbornness, and at the same time, there was an endless fighting spirit. Zi, don't mess around. Even if you beat Zhou Genie, what's the matter? Can you beat Chui Luochen? He is at the Foundation Establishment realm. If the family loses this competition, it will directly lose a mine. This is an unbearable loss for the family. Meng Yucheng spoke directly. Hearing her father's words, Meng Zi couldn't help biting her red lips with her pearly teeth, but she didn't refute it. Speaking of which, Meng Zi was also a little interested in Chui Luochen. She was a love rival with Zhou Genie, but she failed in the end, and she was naturally unwilling. Meng Zi didn't think that her roots were worse than Zhou Genie's. The other party just worshipped Luyun sect, otherwise how could he surpass her? It's a pity that the relationship between the ancestor of the Meng family and the Meng family was not good, otherwise the Meng family would have dominated the 9 cities of Shu for so many years. What's the matter with the Chui family and the Zhou family? Just as Meng Yan was about to speak, a man hurried into the hall. Master, there's a man outside the door. He said his name is Ji Wuchang. He came from Changxing Gate on the order of the master and is waiting at the door now. Chapter 86, Doubt, Action. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ji Wuchang stood at the door of Meng's house and looked around casually. Meng's house was much bigger than Ji's house in my city. There were 2 huge stone lions at the door, weighing tens of thousands of pounds, and looked extremely imposing. At this moment, a burst of hurried footsteps came, and Ji Wuchang saw more than 10 people coming out of Meng's house, led by Meng Yan. The faces of the people of Meng's family showed a trace of excitement. The ancestor was able to send people here, which showed that the ancestor still had the Meng family in his heart. Meng Yan, Meng Yuchen, Meng Yunxian and others swept their souls over Ji Wuchang, and at the same time showed a trace of disappointment in their eyes. The ancestor actually only sent a disciple in the qi refining realm to come, and it seemed that he really didn't have much affection for the Meng family. He came with great hope, but disappointment came so quickly. The expressions of these people were seen by Ji Wuchang, and he didn't care at all. Ji Wuchang has seen the head of the Meng family. Ji Wuchang smiled and spoke to Meng Yan, then took out a jade slip and gave it to Meng Yan. This jade slip was given to Ji Wuchang by Meng Kaihong, who asked Ji Wuchang to give it to the head of the Meng family after he arrived at the Meng family, but this jade slip is only allowed to be detected once, so Ji Wuchang has no idea what is inside. Meng Yan was not polite, took the jade slip, and his soul poured into it. Crack! As the jade slip broke, Meng Yan couldn't help but smile and said, Wuchang, please come in. Soon, everyone returned to the hall of the Meng family, and Ji Wuchang sat in the first seat on the upper right. He represented not only himself, but also Master Meng Kaihong, so naturally he had to sit in the most honorable chair. Master Meng, I don't know what happened to the Meng family. Master has just broken through the soul division realm and needs to consolidate his cultivation, so he can't come in person. Master has ordered that if I can solve the problem, let me help the Meng family solve it. If it can't be solved, I will notify Master immediately and let Master decide. Ji Wuchang didn't want to beat around the bush and asked directly. When the people of the Meng family heard that the ancestor had broken through the Soul Division realm, they couldn't help but breathe faster. If the ancestor was willing to support the Meng family, not to mention the small Shu Jiucheng, even the surrounding cities, the Meng family could walk sideways. At this moment, many people in the Meng family hall had their eyes flickering, and they were thinking about whether to use this matter to build momentum for the Meng family. Meng Yan's heart became more active when he heard Ji Wuchang's words, Soul Division Realm, that is a realm they dare not even think about. Meng Yan did not hide it, and directly told the whole story. Meng Yan said it in great detail, even the other parties' cultivation, sect, etc. were clearly stated. Ji Wuchang suddenly realized it when he heard it. This competition was specifically aimed at the Meng family. To put it bluntly, it was a fight for resources. The resources occupied by the Meng family were higher than those of the Cui family and the Zhou family. They were not strong enough before, so they could only let this situation continue, but now they feel that their wings are hard, and naturally they will not let this kind of thing develop. Master Meng, when is the competition scheduled? Ji Wuchang looked at Meng Yan and asked. Meng Yan smiled slightly and said quickly, the competition is scheduled for the day after tomorrow. The marriage between the Cui family and the Zhou family will be postponed for another day. Ji Wuchang nodded, thought about it, and then said, Master Meng, if I participate in the competition on behalf of your Meng family, will it count? Meng Yan smiled and nodded when he heard it. Of course it counts. You are the disciple of the ancestor, and you are also half a member of the Meng family. No one dares to say anything. Ji Wuchang knew what was going on, and smiled and said, in this case, I will take this competition on behalf of the Meng family, which is also considered to be fulfilling the master's instructions. Ji Wuchang's words did not arouse a strong reaction from the Meng family. Meng Yucheng and Meng Yunxian frowned slightly. Meng Yucheng said directly, Junior brother Wuchang, it's not that I don't believe in your strength, but this matter is of great importance. If we lose, my Meng family will lose a mine. Are you sure you can beat Cui Luochen of the Cui family? This person is a real foundation building level 1 cultivator, and has opened 5 Dao platforms, with extraordinary combat power. As soon as Meng Yucheng said this, the elders of the Meng family nodded one after another, because the cost of losing was too high and they couldn't afford it. Ji Wuchang glanced at Meng Yucheng, his eyes calm as water, but when Meng Yucheng saw Ji Wuchang's eyes, he seemed to be stared at by a prehistoric beast, and he couldn't help but tremble in his heart. I am the disciple of your Meng family's ancestor. According to seniority, you should at least call me uncle, not Wuchang. Since I said I can help you solve this problem, I can, otherwise I wouldn't say it. But since you have doubts, how about this, let's fight each other, what do you think? After Ji Wuchang finished speaking, he stared at Meng Yucheng with calm eyes, and his words were extremely strong. When Meng Yucheng heard Ji Wuchang's words, his face couldn't help but become ugly. In the Meng family, it was the first time that someone other than his father dared to talk to him like this. Do you really think that I dare not attack you just because you are the disciple of the ancestor? A Qi refining realm dares to challenge me, a person of the 4th level of the foundation establishment realm. You are simply ignorant of the height of the sky and the depth of the earth. Since you want to humiliate yourself, I will fulfill your wish. Meng Yucheng muttered in his heart, he naturally wouldn't say these words, after all, he was not bold enough to offend the ancestor. Okay, then let's have a fight. Meng Yucheng stood up directly, with fighting spirit rising in his eyes. Meng Yan frowned and wanted to speak out to stop him, but seeing that Ji Wuchang had already stood up, he didn't say anything more. The hall of the Meng family is not small, and the elders immediately moved the stools away to make room. Ji Wuchang stood opposite Meng Yucheng, and a 4th-level foundation building cultivation instantly appeared from Meng Yucheng. Ji Wuchang glanced at Meng Yucheng calmly, and said lightly, you go first, otherwise when I make a move, I'm afraid you won't have a chance. Arrogant. Meng Yucheng spoke directly, and then shouted softly, raising his right palm, with a red flame rising in the palm. This is the Meng family's combat skill red flame palm. Take my palm. Meng Yucheng slapped Ji Wuchang with one palm. He was also afraid of hurting Ji Wuchang, so he only used about 60% of his strength. The red palm print, carrying a rolling heat wave, rushed straight to Ji Wuchang's chest. Too slow, too weak, use all your strength. Ji Wuchang's body shook and disappeared directly. He naturally used the 8 diagrams dragon step, which was the most practical in such a small space. As for the wind and thunder Taishu step, it was impossible to use it. Why use a butcher knife to kill a chicken? Meng Yucheng slapped the air with one palm. After hearing Ji Wuchang's words, he couldn't help but burst into anger. With a light shout, the red flame in his right palm doubled. Meng Yucheng didn't hesitate at all, and slapped Ji Wuchang directly with one palm, and the speed was more than twice faster than before. Chapter 88, Second Draw. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The Purple Chi Burning Heaven technique is an extremely special skill. Starting from the Purple Mansion realm, every breakthrough in a major realm requires the refining of heaven and earth spiritual objects with the attribute of fire. This kind of spiritual thing can be innate or acquired. The stronger the refined spiritual object is, the more terrifying the power behind the Purple Chi Burning Heaven technique will be. All the spiritual creatures in the world will later be transformed into innate purple energy, which is extremely powerful. The current Purple Chi Burning Heaven technique is just getting started, and it is not yet able to show its terrifying power. Purple Chi Burning Heaven technique is not just a skill, there are also terrifying combat skills behind it, but they haven't been unlocked yet. Ji Wuchang was naturally excited when he saw the eyes of the fiery dragon. The fire element contained in it is so powerful that you don't need so much for refining the internal organs. If he guessed correctly, it must contain a drop of the blood essence of the fiery dragon. With this drop of essence and blood, he can provide a spiritual object of heaven and earth for the Purple Chi Burning Heaven technique, and there is no need to consider this in the Purple Mansion realm. As for breaking through to the soul-splitting realm in the future, it is still very early for him, so he has plenty of time to prepare. In the huge eyeball, a dragon shadow kept wandering inside. As the eyeball shook, runes lit up around it. These runes are like iron chains, tightly locking the eyes of the fire dragon, preventing it from moving at all. Hey, there is actually a drop of the essence and blood of the fiery divine dragon in this eyeball. Ji Wuchang, you are lucky. Ji Yaoyao's voice rang in Ji Wuchang's ears, confirming Ji Wuchang's thoughts and making him overjoyed. No wonder that in her previous life, Ankerson went to the Meng family and came back to retreat for a period of time, and her cultivation improved by leaps and bounds. Directly from the 6th level of the Foundation Establishment realm to the peak of the 9th level of the Foundation Establishment realm. Ji Wuchang took out a porcelain bottle. This was not an ordinary bottle, but a top-quality magic weapon given to him by Master Meng Kaihong. This magic weapon is specially used to hold the fire dragon eyeball. Master Meng, please unlock the seal. Ji Wuchang looked at Meng Nian and said. When Meng Nian heard this, he couldn't help but nodded. The spiritual power in his body spurted out. He formed a seal with his left hand and pointed in the air. The runes shattered one after another, and the iron chains originally wrapped around the fire dragon's eyes broke. At this moment, a terrifying flame erupted above the eyeball, and it was about to sweep towards Ji Wuchang and Meng Nian. Ji Wuchang snorted coldly and threw the porcelain bottle in his hand. The porcelain bottle grew rapidly and instantly covered the entire cave. A terrible suction force was generated from the porcelain bottle. There was an unwilling roar from the eyes of the fiery dragon, and then it entered the porcelain bottle. The porcelain bottle quickly shrank and then landed on the palm of Ji Wuchang's left hand. Inside the porcelain bottle, the fire was blazing, lighting up the entire porcelain bottle, and the eyes of the fiery dragon were scurrying around inside. Ji Wuchang took a look and saw that the porcelain bottle was motionless. He instantly felt relieved and put it directly into the system space. Seeing that the fire dragon's eyes were taken away, Meng Nian couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. Then the two of them walked outside, their steps becoming more relaxed. Master Meng, have you ever heard of metallic innate spiritual objects? Ji Wuchang actually asked casually. After this trip, he had already obtained the innate spiritual objects of earth and fire attributes, only the metallic ones were missing. When Meng Yan heard this, he couldn't help but think deeply, then shook his head and said, I haven't heard of it. If someone else has this kind of thing, it's impossible to reveal it. Otherwise, it won't be a good thing for the family to be remembered by others. That when Ji Wuchang heard this, he couldn't help but laugh. He really took it for granted. Ji Wuchang waved his hand, and a porcelain bottle appeared in front of Meng Yan. Meng Yan didn't know what Ji Wuchang was going to do, so he took it in his hand doubtfully. Master Meng, there is a third-grade elixir and several second-grade elixirs here. If you refine them all, you should be able to break through to the 8th level of the Foundation Establishment Realm, and even have a chance to break through to the 9th level of the Foundation Establishment Realm. You just helped me put away this fire dragon's eyeball. These few pills can be regarded as my small thoughts. By the way, Master also wants to tell you something. The Meng family can arrange for a disciple to go to the Immortality sect. You guys can discuss it and leave with me when the competition is over. That when Meng Yan heard this, his eyes instantly lit up, he nodded repeatedly, cupped his fists and said, Thank you so much, Wuchang. Ji Wuchang nodded. He also took care of the Meng family for the sake of his master. Ji Wuchang was not very clear about the Meng family's affairs in the previous life, because Incursion did not bring anyone back, but a family like the Meng family must have good people. What happened in the meantime really made Ji Wuchang curious. Little did Ji Wuchang know that when Incursion saw Meng Zi, she immediately gave up the idea of taking people back. Meng Zi has reached the 8th level of qi refining and is a member of the Meng family. After taking him back, his master will definitely take more care of him. What will he do? It was based on this idea that Enk didn't even mention this matter. After returning, Incursion said that the people of the Meng family had average qualifications, and that they disliked the Immortality Gate being too far away and were unwilling to come. Meng Kaihong was very disappointed when he heard this answer, and finally ignored the Meng family again. In this life, the arrival of Ji Wuchang completely changed this matter. Ji Wuchang was placed in the most luxurious courtyard of the Meng family, while Meng Yan left quickly. He wanted to tell Meng Zi the good news. Ji Wuchang dismissed all the servants and sat down cross-legged, his eyes burning. System, draw a lottery. A month has passed, but Ji Wuchang has not used this opportunity. Ji Wuchang remembers clearly that he got an opportunity for enlightenment last time, and he doesn't know what he will get this time. Ding! The draw is successful. Congratulations to the master for getting plus 100 luck points. Ji Wuchang waited for a long time, and the system sound was gone. System, that's it, nothing else. Master, the draw is over. Didn't you get 100 luck points? After hearing what the system said, Ji Wuchang couldn't help but twitch his mouth, resigned himself to his fate, and then looked at the system panel. Host, Ji Wuchang. Cultivation, late 10th level of qi refining. Root bone, earth rank middle grade. Luck value, 149. Special ability, none. System task, none. Ji Wuchang looked at the special ability column and fell into deep thought. He still didn't quite understand what special abilities were. So he asked the system. Master, there are many special abilities, such as double pupils, supreme bones, great destiny, transformation, etc. Special abilities are different from secret arts. Secret arts can be practiced by everyone, but special abilities are limited to individuals, and some are even related to blood. Master, practice well. There are also special abilities for sale in the system mall. Ji Wuchang couldn't help laughing and crying when he heard the system's words. The system mall requires 10,000 luck points to open, and he only has 149, which is too much difference. Chapter 89 Li Gubei. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At the entrance of Shijiaqing Celebrity Auction House, Ji Wuchang walked out disappointed. This was the second day since he came to Shijiaqing, and he came out for a walk early in the morning. His purpose was to come to the celebrity auction house to ask if there was any news about gold-attributed spiritual objects. The result was naturally no, which made Ji Wuchang quite disappointed. Ji Wuchang walked on the street, thinking back to his past life memories, to see if he could find clues about gold-attributed spiritual objects from his past life memories, but he thought for a long time and didn't think of anything, so he had to give up. In his previous life, he had never used 5-element spiritual objects to temper the 5 internal organs, let alone reach the god's hidden realm, so naturally he would not pay attention to these news. At this moment, a figure instantly attracted Ji Wuchang's attention. Seeing this person, Ji Wuchang frowned. Isn't this guy from Beta State? How could he appear here? Beta State is a state adjacent to Buyan State, but it is much larger than Buyan State, at least 3 times larger. The power in Beta State is much more complicated than that in Buyan State, and there are even 6 God Realm Masters in charge. Ji Wuchang went to Beta State after leaving Buyan State in his previous life, and stayed there for more than 10 years, so he recognized this person. This person is Li Gubei, the young master of Qingfeng sect in Beta State, one of the geniuses in Beta State. Ji Wuchang clearly remembered that when Xiao Fan went to Beta State, he offended Li Gubei and was hunted down by Qingfeng sect. After Xiao Fan killed several people in a row and beheaded an elder of Qingfeng sect, he alarmed the supreme elder of Qingfeng sect, and the 6 God Realm Masters personally hunted him down. Ji Wuchang didn't know what happened in the middle, but he only knew that the final result was Xiao Fan against Li Gubei. The two had a life-and-death battle, and no one was allowed to interfere. That battle attracted many people to watch, because Xiao Fan and Li Gubei had both broken through the soul-dividing realm at that time, and their combat power was extraordinary. This battle also attracted the attention of all the major forces and the younger generation in Beta State. On the day of the duel, there were huge crowds of people watching the battle. This battle lasted for 2 hours, and both sides were injured, but in the end, Xiao Fan narrowly won and defeated Li Gubei. This battle completely made Xiao Fan famous in Beta State, and many major forces threw out olive branches, but Xiao Fanji was not in Beta State, and he left soon after. When Ji Wuchang met Li Gubei later, the other party had broken through to the 6 God Realm and became the youngest 6 God Realm powerhouse in the entire Beta State. Ji Wuchang and his status were so different that it was naturally impossible for them to have any intersection. He just saw each other from a distance a few times. However, this time in Shujiucheng, he actually met this person, which surprised Ji Wuchang. Ji Wuchang looked past Li Gubei and looked behind him, only to see 2 old men following him from a distance. Ji Wuchang couldn't help but feel awe in his heart. Although the 2 old men restrained their breath, there was still a trace of the pressure of the soul-dividing realm powerhouses outside. Ji Wuchang knew that these 2 people were Li Gubei's protectors. After all, Li Gubei had not grown up at this time. Ji Wuchang took a glance and concluded that Li Gubei's cultivation was the first level of the foundation-building realm. Ji Wuchang did not look at Li Gubei again, not because he was afraid of the 2 old men behind Li Gubei, but simply because he did not want to cause trouble. In this way, Ji Wuchang and Li Gubei crossed each other and did not cause any bloody plot. Li Gubei squinted and glanced at Ji Wuchang, who was going away. He just felt that Ji Wuchang was looking at him, as if he knew him. This feeling would not be wrong, because he believed in his intuition. The reason why Li Gubei appeared here this time was purely a coincidence. When he broke through the foundation-building realm, he only opened up 7 Dao platforms, which made Li Gubei very dissatisfied. Although he was dissatisfied, the senior leaders of Qingfeng sect were very satisfied. After all, the 7 Dao platforms were among the best in the entire Beta State, and they were definitely geniuses. Li Gubei decided to go out and relax, because he had to decide a very important thing, whether to disperse his power and start over. As soon as this idea came out, it was immediately opposed by the Qingfeng sect. After all, 7 Daotais were already geniuses. Dispersing his power and starting over might not necessarily open up 7 Daotais again. Li Gubei decided to go out for a walk, and somehow came to Boyanzu. He was also secretly protected by 2 Taoists in the Soul Division realm. Hearing that there would be a competition here tomorrow, Li Gubei couldn't help but reveal a bright light in his eyes, and decided to go and see tomorrow. Moreover, if he was interested, he could also fight with the other party. Fighting is one of his favorite things. Ji Wuchang naturally didn't know that Li Gubei had this idea. He had just thought about Li Gubei for a long time. he later remembered that this Li Gubei later left Beidazhou. As for what happened later, Ji Wuchang had no idea at all. When Ji Wuchang returned to the Meng family, he was invited by Meng Nian. When Ji Wuchang arrived, there were 5 people in the hall of the Meng family. In addition to Meng Nian, Meng Yucheng, Meng Yunxian, and Meng Zi, there was also a teenager. This teenager was much younger than Ji Wuchang, about 13 years old. When he saw Ji Wuchang, his eyes lit up slightly. Seeing Ji Wuchang coming in, Meng Nian was particularly enthusiastic. He did not sit in the main seat, but sat next to Ji Wuchang. Ji Wuchang knew that they had a problem when he saw this posture, but he was not in a hurry and waited until they took the initiative to bring it up. After a moment of greeting, Meng Nian said embarrassedly, "Wuchang, I have something I want to ask you for help. Ziyi, you met me yesterday. This is my grandson Meng Jiyu, who is also Ziyi's younger brother. He is 13 years old this year, and has the cultivation level of the 2nd level of qi refining, but his bones are not bad, not worse than Ziyi. Can you take both of them to Changshengmen?" After Meng Nian finished speaking, he was quite nervous, fearing that Ji Wuchang would refuse, and stared at Ji Wuchang nervously. When Ji Wuchang heard this, he was slightly stunned, and then said, "Master Meng, please wait a moment, I will ask Master about this matter." After Ji Wuchang finished speaking, he stood up and took out a sound transmission stone, which was also given to him by Master Meng Kaihong, just to facilitate the practice system. Ji Wuchang walked aside and told Meng Kaihong about this matter through the sound transmission stone. After a while, Meng Kaihong replied that everything was up to Ji Wuchang himself. Ji Wuchang instantly understood that his master still wanted to take care of the Meng family, otherwise he would not say such words, but directly refused. The people of the Meng family were all staring at Ji Wuchang nervously, especially Meng Jiyu, who clenched his fists and was the most nervous. "Master Meng," the master did not explicitly agree. Hearing Ji Wuchang's words, the hearts of several people in the hall sank instantly. Meng Zi said bitterly, "Or let my brother go, I'll stay." "Sister, you go, your talent is the best in our Meng family." Meng Jiyu spoke quickly. Ji Wuchang nodded secretly after seeing it, and then smiled and said, "I haven't finished speaking yet, don't worry. I can take you too, but you have to accept the sex assessment when you arrive at the sect. If you can't pass, I have no choice." The Meng family was overjoyed when they heard it. Chapter 90 Li Gubei's Will to Fight. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The main square of Shijiacheng is extremely lively today. The Chui family proposed that the competition for the younger generation of the 9 cities of Shu be held here. There are only 3 top aristocratic families in the 9 cities of Shu, namely the Meng family, the Chui family, and the Zhou family. But each of their families, among these attached families, 5 are attached to the Meng family, and 3 of the remaining 6 families are attached to the Chui family and the Zhou family. The strength of the Meng family is well deserved to be number 1 in the 9 cities of Shu. When Ji Wuchang arrived with the Meng family, the place was already crowded. Ji Wuchang glanced at the crowd and his pupils could not help but shrink slightly. He unexpectedly saw that Li Gubei again. When the Meng family arrived, everyone stood up to say hello. As for Ji Wuchang, no one paid attention. Ji Wuchang was too lazy to look at these people's hypocritical politeness, and his eyes swept over the Chui family and Zhou family. In an instant, a man and a woman entered Ji Wuchang's field of vision. The man was quite handsome. Although he stood there without speaking, his eyes were full of disdain when he glanced at the Meng family. Moreover, there was a proud look on his face. Needless to say, this must be Chui Luochen of the Chui family. The woman from the Zhou family was quite delicate, and her eyes swept over the Meng family calmly. When he saw Ji Wuchang, he couldn't help but frown slightly. For some reason, Ji Wuchang felt like there was a trace of unwillingness in her eyes. This Zhou genie is quite interesting. Could it be that he is unwilling to be engaged to Chui Luochen? Ji Wuchang thought about this answer and then put the idea aside. What does it have to do with him? Of all the people here, the only one that Ji Wuchang cared about was Li Gubei. Why did this person come to Shu 9 city for no apparent reason? The competition started soon. Each of the Meng family, Cui family, and Zhou family sent 2 people to participate, and the other 11 families each sent 1 person. The total number of people competing was 17. The Meng family, the Cui family, and the Zhou family are special, and one of them cannot participate in the first elimination test of 14-7. For the Meng family, Ji Wuchang naturally did not have to play, but Meng Zi did. Ji Wuchang took a brief look at these competitions and didn't look at them again. After the elimination test, 7 winners were selected, leaving only 10 people in the entire competition. Then the lottery started, and Ji Wuchang was chosen to play first. Which made Ji Wuchang slightly stunned. Watching Ji Wuchang step onto the competition stage, the Cui family and the Zhou family also began to pay attention to Ji Wuchang. After all, this person may represent the strongest combat power of the Meng family. Cui Hao of the Cui family, please give me some advice. As soon as Ji Wuchang stood on the competition stage, a man bowed and spoke, and the breath of the 9th level of qi refining was directly revealed on his body. When Ji Wuchang heard this, he couldn't help but nodded, and said calmly, Meng family, Ji Wuchang. Cui Hao revealed all the aura of his 9th level of qi refining. If he were an ordinary person, he would definitely have a solemn expression, but when Cui Hao saw Ji Wuchang's calm expression, he instantly looked solemn. With a wave of his hand, a huge hammer appeared. Cui Hao is Cui Luochen's cousin. He joined the Qingke sect with him and is full of brute strength, coupled with his cultivation in the middle of the 9th level of qi refining. He can deal with him even at the peak of the 9th level of qi refining. Take action, otherwise you won't have a chance if I do. How could Ji Wuchang put Cui Hao in his eyes? Even if he doesn't use any secret techniques, he can still win against people at the 5th level of the Foundation Establishment realm. Cui Hao couldn't see through Ji Wuchang's cultivation, but he didn't feel the aura of the Foundation Establishment realm in Ji Wuchang. Hearing Ji Wuchang's words at this moment, I felt very angry. Cui Ruxing looked at the 2 people in the field and couldn't help but said to his son beside him, Chinner, do you think Cui Hao will be this person's opponent? Cui Luochen glanced at Ji Wuchang, with a trace of disdain in his eyes, and then said calmly, Father, don't worry. Cui Hao is very strong. Even if I want to defeat him, it will take some effort. This person does not have the aura of the Foundation Establishment realm. If he reaches the sky, he is the peak of the 9th level of qi refining. Even so, Cui Hao's innate supernatural power will not necessarily lead to defeat. Cui Ruxing couldn't help but nodded when he heard Cui Luochen's words. He also didn't feel the aura of Ji Wuchang's Foundation Establishment realm, but for some reason, there was a hint of worry in his heart. Hit me. Seeing that Ji Wuchang didn't take him seriously at all, Cui Hao's heart suddenly rose with anger. The big hammer in his hand was raised, and the spiritual power in his body surged. With Cui Hao's loud shout, the big hammer doubled in size and hit Ji Wuchang on the head like a mountain. Seeing how powerful Cui Hao's hammer was, everyone in the Cui family cheered, and even Cui Ruxing breathed a sigh of relief. On the Meng family's side, everyone's lips sneered. Ji Wuchang is someone who can defeat even Meng Yucheng, who is on the 4th level of the foundation level, with one punch. The 9th level of qi refining is really childish for him. Ji Wuchang looked at the falling sledgehammer and punched it without dodging. In this punch, Ji Wuchang did not use any spiritual power, but pure physical power. The golden skin and jade bones made Ji Wuchang feel as if there was a terrifying power hidden in his body, but he really doesn't know how powerful this power is, because he has never found anyone to test it. Punch and hammer collided in the air, and many people thought that Ji Wuchang's punch would be smashed to pieces, but at this moment, Cui Hao screamed, and the huge force passed along the hammer to the palm of his right hand. His palm could not bear the force at all. A large piece of skin tore off the palm of his hand, the knuckles cracked, and blood splattered. Cui Hao had a hunch that if he didn't let go of the hammer, his right arm would definitely break. Cui Hao was shocked and let go of the big iron hammer, which flew up into the air. Before Cui Hao could react, he felt a strong force acting on his chest, pushing Cui Hao directly off the competition stage. With a clang, the iron hammer hit the ground, and the stones on the ground instantly cracked in all directions, and at the same time, a deep pit was smashed on the ground. Cui Hao knew that the other party had shown mercy, and he was very ashamed. He clasped his fists to Ji Wuchang and returned to the Chui family. Chui Ruxing was stunned and couldn't help looking at Chui Luochen. Chui Luochen saw his father's eyes and felt his face burning. He had just boasted, but he didn't expect Chui Hao to be a match for him. At this moment, Chui Luochen was extremely alert. He came back this time to win the first place in this competition. If he loses, the Chui family will lose a mine. At that time, he will really have no face to stay in the Chui family. Interesting, it's pure physical strength. Li Gubei looked at Ji Wuchang, who was slowly walking down the competition stage, and a hint of fighting spirit appeared in his eyes. He was proud of his physical strength and had never met an opponent in beta state. It was rare to meet an interesting person today, so he naturally couldn't miss it.